Man, oh man. Oh, I knew this shit was on the way. I knew it was on the way. I saw a title on another video and I was like, let me see if this is true. Cyberpunk 2077 Meta. Yeah, there you go. You typed it in there for me, Google. .7 user score. That's what I thought. I thought it wouldn't be too high. And I heard it was a lot lower than this. From what I understand, all the good scores are all, being played on PC. PC Master Race, we're the best. Man. Just that first time with it, I had already lost my enthusiasm, but and excuse the puffy face and recklessness of my mind, the scatterbrainness, because I just woke up. But I was just like, man, I had lost my gusto to want to play this game. Now, I will say that when it was working, it was nice and smooth and crisp, and I like the colors palette and everything. It was nice. I might jump on today. If I don't jump on today, maybe tomorrow. I've had some other stuff to do in my life with this house and everything going on right now. But, man, it says here on Game Rant, Cyberpunk 2077 Metacritic user scores are insanely low. As Metacritic opens, and this was 2 days ago though, you know what I mean? So it says, as Metacritic opens the gates for a user review, it opens the gates. It came rushing in, huh? A massive amount proved to be largely overwhelmingly negative. Despite numerous delays, many were excited for the release. I know, like some of y'all, listen, I never get that excited. I don't understand how some of you are like, oh, it's gonna be the greatest game ever. How do you know that? Like, how? Like, some of y'all, like, the way you fanboy over certain games and certain systems is just ridiculous. I don't understand it. You know how some parents just think their kids are the best and have no flaws? You're like that. It's like, where are you? Come down to earth. You know what I'm saying? It may be eventually, after they fix everything with a ton of patches, possibly it could be the greatest game ever. Right now, it ain't. So it's been a long road to the release of the game, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have stuck that landing. Cyberpunk 2077 reviews praised the game, with it earning several 10 out of 10 awards. And here's another thing. You guys think just because a game's big and it's open world that it's supposed to have bugs. Look, I understand the size of games now. However, I am willing to wait for a finished product. I am. I'm willing to wait for a finished product. I don't have a problem with that. If they really had delayed it another year, I wouldn't have cared. As long as I get something that's working, at least, you know what I mean, like 95 to 90 to 100%. Even old cartridge games had bugs from time to time. You know what I mean? So I understand, but what I'm saying is they need to stop pushing product out just to push it out. They do. I can't. It's irritating that they do that. And I've heard other game channels talk about that, how they just give you broken games. They give you broken games, and then you get some massive ass patch first day, or it's silly. I don't understand it. I assume it has something to do with money. But anyway, it was quickly revealed that these reviews were all on PC, and had a few caveats coupled with them as well. Yeah, and I watched several reviews, and they could only review the PC version, and there were none about the console versions. Giant red flag. Red flag flapping. Now with Cyberpunk 2077 out on all platforms and breaking record sales numbers at that, many have taken to Metacritic to share this displeasure. Metacritic has a system in place to prevent review bombing because of the truthful reviews that The Last of Us Part 2 got. But they're in bed with the companies and everything, so they won a bunch of gaming awards for no reason. We all know. It wasn't the fans that chose it. We all know this. The floodgates for user reviews on Metacritic didn't open until roughly 9 p.m. Now, wait a minute. Why is this dude? I cannot stand this. Continue scrolling to keep reading. Wow. Since then, effectively less than 24 hours, there have been thousands of reviews for the game. As of this writing, the amount of user reviews on the PS4 edition sit at 1,425 and is climbing. The aggregated score for Cyberpunk 2077 on PS4 is 1.9, earning it an overwhelming dislike on the review aggregator. The Xbox One version has slightly less reviews, sitting around 500, and only has a slightly higher score of 2.3. Even on the PC, which by all accounts is the best and most stable platform, the score is a mixed 6.1. Got you. Wow. The most cited issue in these reviews is the sheer amount of bugs. And that's what I figured it would be. Ranging from devastating frame rate drops to game-breaking bugs and everything in between. Indeed, many of them are shaming CD Projekt Red for releasing the game in this state, and they shouldn't have. Deemed unplayable by many. To make matters worse, the very fact that no console codes were given out for the game ahead of release is a very bad look. And it's understandable why many fans of The Witcher 3 developer are upset about the state of the game. I care nothing about whether The Witcher 3 had bugs and is now the greatest game ever. Look, just release the game when it's not fucked up. That's all I'm asking as a gamer. That's it. Especially the way I stream from the system. I'll have to set up Elgato again. But it's a very irritating process for me because of how it acts. However, I stream from my PS5, which I should be able to do. And I should not have to deal with bugs like that cause the stream to drop. I shouldn't. I'm not supposed to. No, I can stream through anything that I want to. And the bugs in the game shouldn't prevent me from streaming. Correct? Alright then. I shouldn't have broken product when I'm trying to play. CD Projekt Red is certainly aware of the multitude of issues with the game and is likely hard at work to repair many of them. This may go a long way in delivering the experience many expect. For some, it may be too little, too late. CDPR is also taking steps to internally address their issues. Prior to release, CD Projekt Red reveals it was aiming for a 90+ score on Metacritic for Cyberpunk 2077. It seems bonuses for the game were tied to this. However, a new report from Bloomberg indicates the bonus pay structure is being restructured, with many CDPR execs bearing the responsibility of the current state of the game, which they probably should. Oh, man. Well, like I said, I'll try again to play. I will. I'll try again, but it's just, I saw it coming. And this one, it's funny how The Last of Us 2 got horrible scores because of how bad the damn story was in a story-driven game, which was extremely important. And we all understand why the game sucked and that it wasn't a vocal minority that was blasting it. It was relatively half of the fans, letting people know they didn't like it, period. Now we've got a game that is technically horrible on console, and people are letting you know it is what it is. Alright? If you have a story-driven game, it shouldn't have a horrible story. If you have a game, period, it shouldn't be extremely buggy. So, yeah, it is what it is, and the fans are speaking. 10 million subscribers. Woo!